The iOS 19 update is shaping up to be one of the most exciting overhauls we've seen in years, and now we have a clearer look at what Apple could be planning. In a recently released video, Jon Prosser has revealed what he claims to be the most complete build yet of iOS 19, giving us a sneak peek into not just how the operating system will look, but how it will feel when you're actually using it. And that's not all. There's also a cool new feature coming to the iPhone 17 Pro's camera system, which might look familiar if you've been using Samsung devices since 2013. Let's start with the design. The Messages app is getting a pretty noticeable redesign. One of the first things you'll see is the updated word suggestion boxes right above the keyboard. Instead of the current style, iOS 19 will feature softer rounded corners. You'll also notice that the back arrow in the top left and the FaceTime/share screen icon on the top right are now surrounded by round bubbles. These little touches give the app a more modern, almost playful look. It's subtle, but it adds up. That design language carries through to other parts of the UI as well. Some of the menus now mirror the appearance of VisionOS, the operating system used for the Vision Pro headset. These new menus have a floating, translucent look with camera controls that seem to hover in place, adding to the depth and polish. It's clear Apple is trying to give iOS 19 a more futuristic, immersive aesthetic. Prosser also highlights changes to the app icons. They're no longer strictly square with rounded corners, nor are they completely circular like those in watchOS or VisionOS. Instead, they fall somewhere in between. According to Prosser, Apple has been hiding these redesigned icons behind the current style in test versions to prevent leaks. And honestly, that sounds like a very Apple move, keeping things under wraps until the very last moment, just in case someone accidentally leaves a prototype in a bar again. Not that anything like that has ever happened before. Another interesting visual upgrade involves shadows and shimmer effects. When you move your iPhone, certain UI elements will subtly shimmer, giving the impression that they're made of glass. This effect adds depth and makes the interface feel more dynamic and alive. It's not just about looking good, it's about making the experience of using your phone feel more polished and premium. One small but meaningful change is coming to the Messages app as well. The search field, which is currently at the top of the screen, will move to the bottom. That may not sound like a big deal, but it's actually a pretty smart move. With phones getting larger, bringing the search bar closer to your thumb makes the app more comfortable and efficient to use one-handed. There's also an update to the App Store's UI. When you tap on the search tab, the top bar will now float instead of being locked in place. Again, it's a small design tweak, but it's all part of this new fluid floating interface that Apple seems to be going for in iOS 19. Now, we should mention that Bloomberg's Mark Gurman had previously questioned the legitimacy of these leaks, especially considering his earlier statement that iOS 19 would be the most significant update in years. There seems to be an ongoing rivalry between Gurman and Prosser, at least from Prosser's side. Gurman, for his part, has never really acknowledged it. But that little feud aside, the video gives us a compelling look at what could be coming. And it's not just about software. Prosser also drops an interesting tidbit about the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max camera systems. According to his video, Apple plans to introduce a feature that allows users to record using both the front and rear cameras at the same time. Now, if that sounds familiar, that's because Samsung launched this exact feature all the way back in 2013 with the Galaxy S4. Yep, more than a decade ago. But hey, better late than never, right? This feature could be especially useful for vloggers, content creators, or anyone who wants to capture both their reaction and what they're seeing at the same time. It's a small addition, but one that opens up some creative possibilities, especially if paired with the iPhone's high-end video capabilities. With WWDC 2025 just around the corner this June, we won't have to wait too long to see how accurate these leaks really are. According to Prosser, the build he shows off is the closest thing to a final version that we'll see before Apple officially unveils iOS 19 to the public. So, did Prosser and his sources get it right this time? We'll find out soon enough. But if what we're seeing here is even close to the real deal, iOS 19 could bring some of the most exciting and refreshing changes we've seen in the iPhone experience in years.